So we share responsibility for our planning I'm the general ed teacher, so I look at the standards and review them, and we talk about what we can do with those standards. I usually do the core content lessons, and Miss Mead, she
I jump
builds
in and
on to them.
I'll build it and do like a supplemental, and we talk about like what areas that we think maybe need to be taught, like uploaded beforehand. So I might do a pre-teach lesson, or we talk about maybe some areas that we think potentially there might be a struggle, so I might do a review. So I basically supplement the core instruction.
We look a lot at our testing, our unit test, our common formative assessments we look at. We look at quizzes, and even we talk a lot every single day, pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
And we say, oh wow, like this was really great, or I think we're going to have to go over this concept again. So it's really just looking at our data and reviewing from there. So we group our students based on usually our map data, and of course we map 3 times a year. And looking at that data, we also look at our unit tests, our quizzes, our instruction, our groups, and seeing how things are going. And we've actually made changes in between. Our groups are not exactly, they don't stay the same all the time. It really depends on the strand that we're teaching, that standard, and we move kids back and forth through different groups. I think the biggest barrier was trying to figure out which model to use and which model benefited our students the most.
And fit our personalities
too. I mean, we went through several different trials and errors and trying to figure out what to do. And we met with our education consultant, Jessica Taylor, and she really helped us kind of narrow it down into using the station model, which is what we use, and even helping us breaking up our groups and which days to service groups, between the two of us. That really helped a lot.
It also helped with our planning, because we were really struggling with how are we going to do this common planning together to plan the lessons that are going to benefit each other. So she suggested developing a Google form, which helped us, because when we weren't together, like on the weekends, if one of us wasn't available, we knew that we just had to go there, and I could see what Jamie was doing, and she could see what I was planning to do. And if we had to tweak it, which you should as a teacher, tweak it every day, then we could see where we were tweaking it and why. So that we also had not only the face-to-face verbal communication, but also written, which helped a lot.
Yes. We have a plan for which groups we're going to meet with every day, and we base our instruction, on our testing, on the group work that we're doing, on assignments, and looking at the needs of the students. That's how we base our instruction from day to day.
So the observations that we have in class,
for sure.
If we see students are struggling with any specific area, then we know that we have to. Sometimes we'll differentiate within the actual lesson. We know that I have some students that aren't really good with writing, so we might have to scribe for them. We might give them a Chromebook. We have tons of manipulatives, so she would know, like, maybe she's going to try these manipulatives with this group, but maybe this group doesn't need the manipulatives, or even laying it out and let the students decide what they need to help them be successful. So those are the different ways that we would differentiate with them. Well, I think our priority comes first. We look at the map data. We look at really data all the time. We're constantly looking at it. So we know that one of the big instructional focuses in the district is in 3rd and 4th grade having that math fact fluency. So that might be a priority, but we can also embed that within word problems, race, or any other instructional strategies if we're using division, multiplication, if we're using fractions, things like that. So we'll prioritize. We really look at kind of overall what the district is wanting, what we feel is important, maybe what parents are telling us they would like their kids to be better at, and then we will embed that within whatever lesson we're doing. And I think that's also a way that it works well, because if she's doing core instruction, she can add that in, but then I can also add that in with my group, and it might be a different priority. So
let's take a look. My first step, what could I do first? What could I solve for first? What do you want to solve for first, Bella?
And the whole number.
Okay, let's add our whole numbers. I know I got 2 plus 3. That gives me what?
5.
5.
So that's your
That's my whole number. Now I've got, what are these guys here? My fractions, right? My fractions do have a numerator and they have a denominator, right? So I've got my denominator. My denominator in 4th grade does what? Stays the same, never changes, right? So can I bring my denominator over? Yes. What do I have here, friends? 3, right? Now, take a look. Now I can add my numerator, just like we did when we were just adding fractions. We can add our numerator, and then we've got what? 1 plus 3 gives me 4. So take a look at my sum that I got, right? Look at my sum. I got 5 and what? 4/3, right, Bella? What did I get?
5 4/3.
Good job. Ooh, what do you notice about my sum that I got? It looks kind of unique. What do you notice, Alianis? Oh, my numerator is bigger than my denominator. So,
Divide.
very good. This is an improper fraction. Can I leave this mixed number looking like this? No. All right, I've got to divide. All right, get your pen, your marker. Sorry, get your marker and your board, and we're gonna divide. Right, our 4 divided by 3. Right. So go ahead and do that for me. Go for it. Say, let's do it. Think to yourself, how many 3s can go into 4 without going over? What's 1 times 3? 3. And then what do I do next? Subtract, right? I'm doing 4 minus 3, that gives me what? 1. Do I have anything left to bring down? No, so this 1 is my remainder. Now, out of this improper fraction, I'm going to build a what? What am I building? I went from an improper fraction to a, what am I going to change this improper fraction into? A whole number and that's called a what? Very good. I'm going to change this into a mixed number. All right. So I take a look and I say, I know this number up top is my what?
1 whole.
1 whole. Good. So it's my 1 whole. And I know with my fraction, what happens to my denominator? Stays the same. I can bring that down. I know when I'm building a mixed number, my remainder is my
Numerator.
very good. It's my numerator. So there you go. I've got 1 and 1/3. Is that my answer? It is? No. What do I have to do with my 5 here and my 1 and 1/3? Add them together,
And then
right?
that would be 6.
6 and what?
6 and 1/3.
6 and 1/3. Very good. So this is called my, since I'm adding, what's my answer whenever I'm adding? What is that called?
Sum.
Very good. It's my sum. All right, let's erase.
All right, what I want to do right now is I just want to get your number answer. Okay? So I'm going to ask each of you to give me your number answer. Don't freak out if your number is different from someone else's, okay? It's all good. Because last time, the group I did, we had several that got the same answer and one person had a different answer and that person was correct. That can happen, okay? All right, so Mason C, what's yours?
8.
8, okay. Diana? 10. Aaron?
10.
10. Dunham?
10.
Okay. Shay? 16. Mason C? 16.
Wait. See,
What was it, honey?
you called him Mason C.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mason S. Sorry, you're right. Okay, sorry about that, buddy. All right, so I've got 8, 10, 10, 10, 16, 16. And that is exactly what happened the last time, okay? And that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask one person from each of these different numbers. So I'll ask Mason, then I needed someone from 10 and someone from 16. Just explain to me really quick,
What you did?
all right, what you did. Okay, so how did you get number 8?
Oh, Since it said how many people are working in the clinic, I thought I should add it because that would give you a sum of all the people that were working.
Love that you use the vocabulary sum. All right, okay. I just want to hear what you did. I don't want to hear what you think the other person did. Okay, so Diana, tell me how you got a 10. So you added everything. All right, hold it. Let's. Don't. Okay.
I multiplied 4 times 2, and then I added.
Okay, so
the
you
two
multiplied
receptionists.
first these two numbers and then added. So you
And
did
then
a
added the
two-step.
two
Okay.
receptionists.
All right. Who did a 16? You guys did 16. Tell me how you got 16.
I multiplied.
Hold
I multiplied 4 times 2,
Okay.
and I got 8, and then I did 8.
Okay. So then you multiplied and multiplied. All right. So I'm going to say just multiply. So look at the variety we have. We have some people added, some people multiplied and added, and then some people added. Now I have Shay sitting here saying, I want to change my answer. So you want to change it to what? 10? Okay. Is there anybody else that wants to change their answer?
No.
Okay, you want to keep it? All right, so I'm going to show you what I did. All right?
Mine.
So
What I did.
there were 4 doctors, right? So here's my doctors. 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Each
of those doctors
had
have
2 nurses.
2 nurses. So here's my 2 nurses.
So
I'll
2
put N
nurses per doctor.
per doctor. So when I hear that, what does that tell me I need to do?
Multiply.
Okay?
Multiply.
Because look, when you see all these N's, this is the same number that is the same as what? Repeated addition, which is also.
Multiplication.
So I'm going to take 4
Times
doctors
2.
times 2,
You
and
get
I'm going to
8.
get 8.
You get a product
I'm gonna
of
check.
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 times 2.
4 times 2 is 12.
4 times 2 is not 12. 4 times 3 is 12. Yeah,
Well, hold on. How many doctors do I have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3,
4.
4 times
2.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 8 nurses. That's how many nurses I have. Plus another 4 doctors, right? This is how many nurses I have. I have 8 nurses. I have 4 doctors. So what's 8 plus 4?
12.
And then I have 2 more what?
Receptionist.
Now I'm going to tell you something, guys. Guess what?
All of us were wrong.
What's my total answer?
14. All of us were wrong.
Guess what?
I was close.
I got to talk to you. I was wrong.
What?
When I did this, I forgot that I did the same thing. I fell for this. 4, and then I went, there was 8 plus 2 is 10. But I fell for that. This is what I should have done. I should have figured out my number of nurses and then added the doctors. So even I got that wrong, okay? So that's why it was really good that I rechecked my work. So do you think I'm right now?
Yeah.
All right, do you need to change your answer?
Yes.
Go ahead and change your answer.
14.
And I'm so glad I did it again.
All right, I want you to do this one. Okay? How you doing, friend?
My challenge.
So take a look at this guy. So I see you divided, and we need to make what kind of a number out of this? A whole number and a fraction. Yep. So what's that called? When we have a whole number and a fraction, what do we have? A mixed number. So I know when in 4th grade, what happens to my denominator?
Stays the same.
Let's make a fraction there for a mixed number. Now, which one of these numbers here is my numerator? My new numerator is going to be what? Nope, that's my whole number, right? 8's my denominator.
Oh, I mean 9.
No, take a look. Remember, what do we do? What's this called here? I subtracted 9 minus 8, and I had 1 left over, right? So that 1 is my, what? Remainder. Or we talked about when we were making improper fractions to mixed numbers. Our remainder is going to be our numerator. Good. Now let's add 9 plus 1 and 1/8. And what will that give us?
9 plus 1 is 10.
Very good. So make your equal sign. Let's do 10 and what's left
I'm
over? What do I
done.
have left? 1 what? 1/8. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Master.
Yeah, you did. All right, I'm going to give you another one, okay?
Yay.
All right, here we go.
The more we get, the more fun it is.
Good.
Solving mixed numbers is fun.
All right, let's go. All right, let's take a look. Work on this one for me, okay? Let's see, so you got 3/8 is your answer, but I'm taking a look at what we started with, and we had 6 3/4 plus 8 3/4. And we only got 3/8 as an answer. So what is, I noticed here you did what? Can you walk me through it? What'd you do? What happened here? Mm-hmm.
The denominator stays the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked 3 plus 3
Mhm.
is 6.
Mm-hmm.
I divided 6
Uh-huh.
divided by 14.
Oh, where'd you get 14 from? Oh, so that's from my whole number. Can I divide my numerator into my whole number? Oh, is that what I'm going to over here. Right? And I'm gonna, I don't worry about my whole number right now. In fact, I can just bring my whole number over. And this part I'm gonna divide. What's this called? 6/4 is a what? What kind of fraction? And the numerator is bigger than the denominator. That's what kind of fraction?
Improper.
Improper, right? It's not proper. Because usually we see it the other way around, like smaller numerator. So let's come over here and divide. Yep. So how many fours do we go to 6? 1. Uh-huh. I'm going to add 14 plus, and I'm going to make a mixed number. Oh, hold it. I gotta get our mixed number in here. What's our mixed number? I gotta have a fraction, right? Good. Good. Just a second, friend. So take a look. I've got 2/4, right? Can I simplify? So I know a fraction that's equivalent to 2/4. What is it? Oh, good job. You look for that and I'll be right with you. What you got, friend? Oh, good. You did great. Fantastic. Yes, you did. All right, try. I think you're ready for this one. Are you ready? Try this one. All right. Try that one. How you doing? So let's take a look. Right? Good. So you got 15. Right? So now. Oh, oops. Sorry, I put that in the wrong place. Didn't I? It helps you when there's an equal symbol, so I know where your answer starts, right? So good. So you got 14, right? And 2/4, and okay, good. Now what do I do with my whole numbers here? Add them up. So 14 plus 1 is what? 15. You can even write it underneath so you're not crammed in there, right? Good job. 15, and then I can't forget about my fraction. Good. Now, I need to look at my 2/4. Do you know a fraction that's equivalent to 2/4? If you don't, can you try and simplify? Do you remember how to simplify? Yep, we talked about simplifying a fraction. So I gotta find what? Very good. Uh-huh. Very good. Awesome. Now circle your answer for me. And explain to me what you did.
So, I did
Mhm.
So, I started with the 2.
Mhm.
1 times 2.
Mhm.
And then 4. 1 times 4. 2 times 2.
Mhm.
And I circled the 2, the 1, and I got the 2 because the 2 is the bigger.
Very good.
And I divide 2. I divide 2.
Mhm.
It got me 1.
Mhm.
And I divided by 4.
Mhm.
And I got 2.
Good job.
50.
Good job. You can erase. You can go work on compass. Okay. Erase. You work on compass. So what'd you get? So is 6 3/4 plus 8 3/4? Is that going to give me just 1/2? No. What did we have to also include? 15. So. And 1/2. Good job. All right. You can erase and you can go work on compass.
Why plus this with 3?
Well, let's find out. Let's look. So, we got 8/5. We need to make this into a what?
1 whole.
And
Fraction.
that's called what?
Mixed number.
Very good. Let's do it. So we got our 1 whole, right? Now we need to make our fraction. Oh, it's okay. I gotcha. Thanks, sweetie. Good job. Good work today, Michaela. All right. Now what? Building that fraction. What do I know about my fractions here in 4th grade? What do you notice? What's something you notice about my fractions?
It has 1 whole. It has a whole number.
But I'm looking at just my fraction part.
Oh, okay.
What do I got there?
5/5 and then 5/5.
This is 5/5. It's what?
Oh, 4/5
And
4/5.
and then I got what?
And then I got 8/5.
Yes. So what's not changing? You know something that's not changing with your 4/5 and your 4/5 and your 8/5.
The whole number.
Nope, not looking at the whole number. I'm looking at just the fractions. I got 4.
The 5.
The 5. That's my what?
Denominator.
All right, let's write it down. Write your denominator down.
Five.
Good. Now I need what?
1.
No. What do I need? What is this called? What number is this?
Our numerator.
Yes. So how do I know which one's my numerator? What did we do when we made improper fractions into mixed numbers? We knew that what was our numerator? What's my numerator going to be?
The remainder.
Very good. Let's bring it on over. Good job. So what do I have here?
1 whole and 3/5.
Okay. Is that going to be my answer for the whole problem? No. What do I got to do?
So 15
Yes.
plus 1 equals 16.
Uh-huh. And then
3/5.
awesome job, Bill. Fantastic. All right. Great. You can erase and you can go work and compass. Good work today. Good
I was
work.
rocking it.
Yeah, you were. You were a rock star.
This is so good today.
Yeah. Good job, buddy. Proud of you. Do you need a marker and a board for a compass?
I already have one.
Okay. Perfect. All right, friend.
All right, I think our success in co-teaching is basically the fact that we share a common goal. We want all of our kids to be successful. We don't look at our classroom as having the general ed kids are hers and any of the special ed kids are mine. We work on all the students together. So we share those common goals, those common ideas. We both bring in strengths. She has strength with the core instruction, knowing the standards and the strategies that we're utilizing, and then I have my strengths with knowing the specific interventions that will help the students of all the abilities. So we bring those together, and we also, I think it helps that we spend a lot of time. We don't really focus on one time that is the only time we're going to be planning or talking. We text each other, we email each other, so we spend time developing our relationship in terms of coworkers in addition to the co-teaching.